Hello, everyone. This is Pally. I thought I'd get up in. This is the time I normally get up in the morning. It is 5:30 in the morning, I believe. Uh, we live on a big farm, as I've mentioned a few times, and so I kind of always wake up at the sunrise. Oh, but it's fucking cold. It's frelling cold here at the moment. I mean, I know it's Australia, but we are coming into winter, and it's about more, not minus, I mean 0 to 1. I was going to say minus 0, but what's the point of that? Because 0, 0. Yeah, my 0 to 1, I think, is what I had a look at the weather before I started this. Which is bloody cold around here. Be cold enough that we get ice and frost and hail and all that crap. I've never seen snow in my entire life, so I wouldn't be able to tell you much about that. But I thought I'd show you, well, where I live, what I wake up to every morning. I'm sure a lot of people would be surprised, especially those people who are stuck in the poor New York cities or, stuff like that. It's probably never seen a wild bird other than a pigeon. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people all live in all heaps of styles and shit. I've had friends or people that I know that think, screw that, why do you want to go live out there? There's bugs and nature and, I can't just walk down the shop and get my carton of choc milk when I feel like it. No, it takes me half an hour to get to the shop, the closest shop. I know it's freezing cold and I'm having an ice cold Coke, but, Mum laughs at me and I say, well, you have fucking boiling hot tea in the middle of this effing summer and gets up to like nearly 50 degrees some days here in the middle of summer, 48, 49. I'm sure we've had a 50, but I don't want to know about it. But I've seen the temperature about 46, 45 before. Also, I woke up feeling not too well this morning. Just a bit of the sniffles, a sore throat. My friends have got it. The kid brought it back from school when I was staying around there for a few days. And, yeah, they all got it and coughed and laughed, and I was like, because I got a really good immune system, I found out. Like, I'm immune to COVID. I've heard that there's some sort of protein that some people have that just renders them immune to it. It's something like 15 to 20% of the population. Just completely immune to COVID. But I don't know how true that is. I just know that I've been around a few people with COVID and I've never caught it, and it's supposed to be really contagious. So I must have a half-decent immune system, or no, I'm immune to it. But it does look like the sun's a bit more here, so you might actually be able to see. What the hell is going on out here? Give me a moment. Oh, can I flip the camera around while I'm in this spot? I don't think I can. Well, that's got to suck. But we can do this. That's my sunrise. Now, bloody power pole. Hey? Trees. Driveway. I mean, it'll get brighter. But yeah, I don't know how much of it you can actually see. But that's pretty cool. Big trees. I love it here. I really do. I had a big fight with my dad. That's why I was around my friend's place. And yeah. Fight with my dad and got into a big argument. And I buggered off thinking that I was going to leave. But, reconciliation, all that sort of stuff. Me and my dad really love each other, and I felt so guilty I'd left Mum here because there's a lot to do around here, and they're both getting old. Dad's like 75, and Mum's about to turn 60. Dad's like 18 years older than Mum. Yeah, I didn't ask about it. He's my stepdad, but I love him. It's the only dad I've known. That's the front veranda there, and the patio. That's where we pretty much hang out most of the bloody time. There's my ute. It is in case anyone cares, I believe it is a Holden Commodore Ute, 2002. Registration number, blah, 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 blah. Oh, that one might be Dad's ute. My ute's behind Dad's ute. Dad's ute's a lot more expensive than mine. Oh no, it's his work ute. His actual ute's there. We got like the shed. There's Dad's. His ute, and it's got a cover and shit on the back. So they got freezers and the whole back's decked out for storage and freezers and tarps and swags and tents and fishing rods and all that stuff. Dad loves going fishing and that. Him and Mum take the little bully with them and bugger off for a weekend somewhere while I'm here at the farm. Oh, I don't mind. As I said, I love being alone here. Yeah, it's peaceful and quiet and wondrous. My friend did a tarot card reading for me because, big change, just making a decision in my life. So, yeah. And so, one thing I've always wanted is some tarot cards. And considering getting into way more spirituality and learning more about myself and stuff, when I get them, and I've always not bought them for myself because I've always wanted them. But there's a huge myth about how you should never buy tarot cards for yourself. You should always have them presented as a gift, or apparently steal them. I'm not too sure about that one. I think maybe if you're going to be on the dark side of the spiritual advice, like trying to look and peer into when wars and evil demons, and in the Buddhist sense of mind, demons aren't really demons the way they are in the Christian mythology. Demons are just those who have made bad choices and have led the path wrongly and gone downwards instead of upwards. And end up becoming lower than humans and lower than animals, and they become lesser spirits, or spirits that live in a dimensional plane below us. Because they can't overcome their basic desires and greed, and they become spirits based on those desires and greeds. Like Piggy is the embodiment of greed and lust and hedonism and all that, and he represents the pig, spirit of the pig demon, because that's kind of what the pig's like. I mean, even though in Chinese mythology the pig is lazy and loves to sit around and do nothing, he's also very friendly, and he will work if he has a reasonable reason to work, like he's getting paid or, he's getting something out of it. He's not going to ever do it for free. I'm actually a pig. September, Chinese mythology. Libra and pig. I follow both, kind of. See, Western mythology on the star signs is a bit different. I don't believe they can predict the future, because the star signs originally, the Western star signs, were never really meant to do that. They were meant for personality and position of stars and seasons and stuff to help with growing crops. And they developed and found out that when people are born at this time of the year, they tend to have certain personalities, whether it's to do with the actual position of the stars and the planets when they're born, or whether it's just the season and the time of the year where it is. But the coalition is actually pretty interesting. So it's more than coincidence, but less than certainty, as they say. But see. We got more shed. That's my woodwork bench table. I kind of screwed up my last project because we got big rain, so I threw tarp over it. And then I've been really busy doing other stuff, the gardens and everything, and I haven't gotten back to it yet. Plus, the middle of the days have been really hot because we're coming out of summer, and for some reason, our summers tend to hold on for as long as possible and give you the hottest days at fucking the very end. So, there's the house from the back. The back laundry. Mum's shade cloth area where we do our propagation, seeds, cuttings, where we, grow the plants and move them out into the garden. Over here, that's the cattle crate. I don't know, is it around there somewhere? That's the sheep crate and the, no, where is it? There's the house. There, in the middle there. That's the cattle crate, but I've kind of rigged it up as a hydroponic kind of system. It's really shitty and basic, but it works. And I've gone really cool. I even added solar panels to it. Well, I got a solar panel pump. So, when the sun comes up in the morning, it gets turned on. See, that's a bit better. See the solar panel little pump there. Okay, the blue tub there for the water. And the plants. There's spearmint. It's meant to be chamomile in the middle, but it's growing. I don't know at this rate if you can see the little bits of green in it. Sorry about this. I'm looking at it through it the very wrong way. Oh, there it is, in the middle there. Oh, in front of that, like, the green one there. No, you can't see any green, but there is like a layer of moss green under the hay. And there's the not cherry tomatoes. I found a tomato tree, apparently. It's working really well over there, but when I planted it, I thought it was squash. So I let it creep on the wrong ground and didn't tie it up like you're supposed to with a tomato. And yeah, it would have done a lot better if I'd tied it up. By the time I realised it was already too late. That's actually there. That fence right there, see, there's the fence post, connected to the crate over there where we just were. It's behind that, and it runs all the way down to where their garden is down there. Well, actually, it runs all the way down to the bottom of the property. But that's the house paddock where the dogs run. That's the neighbours. Yeah, but their house is way up there somewhere, you can't see it. So that's all right. They have horses and they come down here sometimes, and we haven't seen them for ages because they generally have them on the paddock on the opposite side during summer, But now that it's winter and this paddock's will get all full of grass and that, and the trees and that for shelter, they tend to put them on this side, which really annoy the hell out of the dogs, especially when they've been gone all summer, and then they spot them and they're like, oh my God, the horses are back. And they bark and they bark and they bark. And little Bonnie, I don't think she's ever seen the horses, so, because we got her like in the middle of summer. I'm sure there's got to be a way of flipping the camera around. I'll have to look into it. There's my cherry tomatoes, which are nearly ending their life. They don't last forever, but I've got like 4 types of cherry tomatoes. I got a packet of random assorted tomato seeds, and I just threw them along that edge there. Yeah, through see along there. And I got like Roman tomatoes, little dwarf cherry tomatoes, proper cherry tomatoes. See. I don't know if you can really tell the difference. Where's the right one on the plug? Oh, there it is. Our bird's gotten at this one. Something's gotten at it. Cherry tomato, almost the size of, this is a large cherry tomato, like a giant cherry tomato. And a dwarf cherry tomato. Then you get, that's the actual size of the big cherry tomatoes. I don't know what happened to that one. It's a giant. Oh, yeah, there's a few of them here. I might have to collect them. My dad loves them. I actually don't particularly like tomatoes. I don't mind them like in spaghetti bolognese and lasagnas, and as long as they're really finely chopped up or mushed or something like that, I don't mind. I don't mind the taste. For some goddamn reason, the texture drives me nuts. Makes me hurl. Yeah. Our garden went crap this year. We didn't get much out of it. But I don't know. It's the seasons up here. They seem to be changing somehow. I know. It's global warming and climate change and all that stuff. But, it doesn't make no sense, though. I mean, aren't we supposed to be getting hotter? We're getting colder here. I mean, our summers are less cold. We have less intense hot days. I mean, before we used to have half the summer, you used to just be able to be coma in the room in your house with the aircon on, not be able to do anything from like 9 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. You're lucky if you could sleep. So, but we haven't had them. I mean, I think I've had my aircon on 4 times this year, last summer. I mean, Dad's a bit different. He has it on all the time. I was going out to pee at night, and I was shivering, and I was looking over, and their aircon was still going. Mum hates it. The middle of summer with the aircon going, she's under the covers and the doona and the blanket with her pajamas on. She's like, well, at least I'm not fucking sweating. I'm like, I guess so. There's the front, basically. There's the bay tree. Yeah. There's water and some bushes out there which half dead, half going. I keep trying to put herbs out there, but they just never last. I don't know why. I water them all good enough. But yeah. But once they become pretty established, they stay pretty established, so it's good. But that's where we live. We fill up the water and stuff like that for the birds, and we get like flocks of magpies coming in. We've had the same family of magpies living in this property and around the area for as long as I can remember. Hey, the dogs are waking up. There's Tessie. Hey, Tessie, my bluey, or not mine, but that's actually Mum's blue heeler. Dad got a red heeler, and Mum got a blue heeler years ago. Oh, I think she's 2. And well, the poor red heeler, he was actually mentally something wrong with him or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't physical. He was one of the most beautiful dogs looking, but he just yeah. Every little single noise used to make him frightened. And when he got frightened, he'd turn around and he'd attack her. So every time a noise or something would happen, she would crap herself more than he would. And then when we got Bonnie, he suddenly went bonkers and became super overprotective of her. So if any of the other dogs, the little Shih Tzu, the little Chihuahua, went anywhere near her and the little new bully and tried to play with her, he'd fucking run over and go, blah, attack him. Don't touch her, don't go anywhere near her, she's mine. Oh, he's a nutso dog. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm looking crap. As I said, I woke up a bit sick. See, I got fucking gloves on. I got 2 layers of pants, a layer of socks, my Garg boots, thermal t-shirt, nighttime bathrobe, and my main jacket. Plus a scarf and a beanie. And I'm still a little cold. I'm not too cold. I'm warm enough. Let's put it this way. I'm warm enough to be walking around chatting to you. Have I shown you the front yet? That's the front. That's awesome. Me and Mum have been working on that for a couple of years now. The veranda and all the plants out the front, the tank. We don't need the tank, but the regulations around here says we have to have a tank that can store up to, I think it's 5 or 6 days of water. Because we sometimes lose water up here when they're working on the lines, or we get because I don't know if you know anything, but if you look it up, look for the West Australian Perth to Kalgoorlie pipeline, CY O'Connor. Every kid from just outside of Perth all the way up to Kalgoorlie that has a town with the pipeline runs through it knows everything about it. It's just something we're all taught at school for some reason. Anyone that's lived close enough to touch that pipeline, me and my friends used to use it as landmarks, and when we used to go places from one end of the town to the other, you just hop on the pipe and just walk along it because there's no fences or no nothing or anything that blocks the way. It's pretty cool. And that is the view down the bottom of my driveway. See, there's the driveway that runs like, I wish I could get the camera working good. I'll have to do it the other way around next time. Yeah, and I'll give you another quick tour. But yeah, so that's where I live, on a farm. It's fucking freezing, and it rained like 4 days out of last week, but yet the ground's still so dry, and there's still dry leaves and twinger because we've had no rain during the summer. Might not have been hot, but we haven't had any rain. You can kick the dirt and it's still dry underneath, so they held the fire ceremonies and stuff back for a month. Well, they didn't help. They just held the fire banning season back for a month. So means I can't have a big bonfire on me Easter Day. I've got to wait until April. Oh, I think my mum's home. All right. See you all later. I'll edit this soon.